We're now going to look at moving a parachute to a piece of music. And I tend to use the parachute quite a lot to describe dynamics. So the issue with dynamics is that when you're trying to explain it in a normal lesson, you'll be talking about the loud and the quiet, but there's a lot more to dynamics than just volume. And it's more to do also with that kind of excitement that you might feel in a fortissimo, or that kind of nervous tension that there might be in a pianissimo, or the gentleness in it. So it's trying to show all these different emotions with the parachute, and also giving them a visual aid to see what that dynamic looks like. So it's actually showing how the sound waves are very small when it's quiet, or when it gets really, when they're shaking it vigorously, they can see what the sound is actually doing with it. So we use it a lot for dynamics, but also pitch, to describe pitch. So we might hold our parachute up for a high pitch and then low down when it goes low down below. And or we might do form, because they can sort of see what action, like an action returns again when that section returns again. So they can sort of feel how the form of the piece goes as well with it.
So we're now ready with our parachute here. Hope you have got your parachute there as well. If you don't worry, you can just watch us and you can join in at some other point. So let's get a piece of parachute, so a handle or one of the sides. And what I'd like you to do is we're going to be doing the dynamics. So the word dynamics was to do with the louds and the quiets in music. So do we remember what the word pianissimo means? What was it? Ines, what was it?
I can't remember.
What was pianissimo, Rosie?
Low.
Not to do with low or high, it's something to do with loud or quiet. So which one was it? Pianissimo, loud or quiet?
Quiet.
Quiet. So pianissimo is super quiet, so it's as quiet as you can get. So can you shake as small as you can? Tiny little shakes of the parachute, like a little ant, basically moving the parachute. What was the word for loud? Do you remember what the word for loud was? Ines?
Frida.
Nope. You got the first right.
No, you could have said what's the word of what is it loud or quiet?
So what is it? What's the word for loud? Do you remember, Rosie? No. The word is fortissimo. Fortissimo. So should we try that? So get ready to shake as big as you can. So get ready, steady, go, shake. And stop. So that's our fortissimo shake. Back to pianissimo. Pianissimo. Shh. Pianissimo. And then back to fortissimo. Good. Now we're going to do what we call a crescendo. A crescendo is going from little to getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're going from pianissimo to fortissimo, but bit by bit. So let's start pianissimo first. Pianissimo. Then bit by bit, we're going to get bigger. So we're making a crescendo until we get to fortissimo. And that's the biggest one. Good. Sit down on your bottoms again. Excellent. So the other one we're going to do is the word accent. So the accent word is suddenly really loud. So for that one, we're going to suddenly go up and down really quickly. So get ready. When I say accent, you're going to do, you'll see now, so accent. And again. And then keep really still after that. Again. Accent. Good. Fortissimo. Which one was that one? Big one. That's it. Fortissimo's a big one. If I say pianissimo, which was that one? Good, that's a tiny one. And if I say crescendo, that was like this. You gradually get louder and then you stop. Good. So we'll do a piece of music now, which uses all those different dynamics, and it's a piece by a man called Beethoven, a very, very famous composer. Okay, so be with us in a minute then. So this piece of music starts with some accents. So shall we try our accents? And they're going to be as a really high note. So we're going to go like this. So stand up, everyone. And you're going to go da 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 da. So it's accent, accent, accent. Let's try that then. Let's practice the accent. So ready, steady, go. Now accent, accent, accent. And these threes. And then the next bit's going to be pianissimo. So follow us from the start, starting with your accents. Okay, ready? Accent, accent. Anyway, shh. Pianissimo. Keep going, pianissimo. Tiny, tiny, tiny. How small can you make it? Keep shaking. Shh. So this is pianissimo. Now we're going to do crescendo, which means getting louder bit by bit. 2/4 Now we're going to do a gentle mushroom. And another gentle mushroom. So this is nice and quiet piano. Let's spin. So we're going to start to spin the parachute. No, not yet. Then we're going to go and stop, and stop, and stop, and stop. And then another mushroom, very gentle. Then big, and little, and big, and up to there.